Alright, I'm doing a little review here on this subwoofer from eBay. It's a pile of crap. No, I'm just kidding, but yeah, I bought this on eBay for 106 bucks on special. They go for like 130, I think, something like that. And yeah, little review. Brings a little feet. Has pretty good handles in the side, that's for sure. The bass on it, bass on it is okay. I'll give it like maybe a 7 out of 10. Has 2 portholes in the back. I mean in the front. Has a grill. It has a little stand input there. You could put a stand in that little hole right there. And the reason of this review is you are wondering why is it like that, like laying down. And I'll let you know right now. I bought like a whole bunch of amps. Not a whole bunch, I just bought 2 amps to move the speaker, and both amps don't really like do it for me. Like, I don't know, it's like it doesn't bump like I'm used to, you know, a subwoofer bump. I rather use like a home theater, like I have a pot, what is it, a Polk Audio 12-inch series. I don't even know, I think it's a 450 series or whatever. But yeah, I use that thing. I just put it in my garage when I have parties and whatever, and people love to come to my parties because I be bumping the music. I have a little setup out there, like with real DJ, you know, amps and speakers and all that crap. But yeah, so I bought a subwoofer so I don't have to, you know, bring out my 2 subwoofers. You know, plus I don't want to damage them because I pay a lot of money for them. So I bought this, and I bought 2 amps to try to move it. This is the amp that I got for it. It's a 6,500 watt. Let me tell you something, this little amp, for the size of this amp, which I'll show you in another video, that when I'll do a review of this amp. And this amp, for the size that it is and all the stuff that it shows when you buy it on eBay, it goes for $179 if you're lucky, brand new. And it has a crossover. Sorry, anyways, I'll do a review later about that one. But that amp, not that good of an amp. Not for the size and all the, you know, gadgets that I have. So anyways, we'll go to that in a minute. But yeah, so I bought 2 amps, and the other one is a Technical Pro, whatever, I don't know. But yeah, they don't move them that much. So check this out, what I did. Kind of crazy, but you'll be like, what did this guy do here? But this is what I did. Yep, that's what I did. Might be wondering like, you know, like that's kind of crazy. Look how that fits in there, perfect. See the corners right there? Look at the corners, perfect in there. So I'm gonna tell you how I did this, and I bet you some people will do this too. This is a subwoofer amp, and you'll be stunned of how I did this, because this belongs to this. That's an 8-inch subwoofer, home theater subwoofer, to a 15. That's a Sony. I'll get you in a model in a minute, but it has to be that model so it'll fit like this, because it has the metal plate in the back. This is the metal plate back here. You could bend it. This metal plate right here, and this you would have to move it. It goes in here. You would have to move it and you know, put it in this side. But I was gonna do a video how exactly I did it, but you could figure it out by looking at this video. You could probably do the same thing. That's the switch to turn it on and off. See? But I'm not gonna worry about that because I have a power cable, which when you go, you know, to do a party or whatever, one of your friends, you're not gonna hit the power button. You know, you're just gonna plug it in, unplug it, that's it. Now, yep, this amp, it says it's 100 watts. When I'll do another video how it sounds, but if you do this, you're gonna be shocked of the amount of bass that this subwoofer will, you know, that little amp pulls. I'm telling you, this amp is, I'm very impressed how that amp like hits. It's crazy. It's a Sony. It's a, I don't know, Sony, when it says it has this amp, these watts, that's what it has. This right here, that probably has like 100 or maybe 150 watts, 200 maybe 200 watts, and it says 6,000 whatever. You know, they be BSing people like that. But that little subwoofer, home theater subwoofer, 8-inch, that little tiny thing right there had this big thing in the back. And it has to be this model because I have 2 of those small ones because I upgraded later on with the Polk audio, went crazy. But it has to be that model because it's better for the plate, and you know, you could bend the plate, you could put it better in there. But it's kind of crazy how this thing sounds. It's crazy. Like, it makes my house rattle pretty good. And the bass on this amp is a little bit deeper, like it's lower bass, so it helps with this subwoofer that kind of sucks because it has like really high bass. Like, it's a lot of thump. You know, I like the rumbling, and I don't like the bang, 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 you know, like that high bass. You need both of them together. So this subwoofer is kind of crappy. You can see the magnet and all that. You can see by the plugs, kind of crappy, whatever. It's alright, but you need to have the right amp to push it. But that amp sounds a lot better than the other subwoofer. You could do it with another subwoofer, 8-inch amp. The only thing is that the back of it is plastic, and I should have brought the one I had in my room over here, but probably do another video or whatever. Let's do it little bit more faster. This is probably gonna be a long video, but anyways, this little thing right here is where you the volume for the amp. I mean, like, it was a project, but at the end, kind of crazy. And right here, that's what it keeps the amp cooler. You know, it keeps the amp pretty cool. But at the same time, remember, the bass is gonna be hitting, and this is the port right here, so it's gonna be blowing on the you know, on the thing that cools the amp. So it'll help it out a little bit. We'll find out. I'm gonna do a little party in 2 weeks here in my house, and we're gonna try it out, see how long it'll last until it shuts off or maybe burns up. If it burns up, I'll tell you I'll put up another video so you won't do this. But I put it on for like half an hour and it was bumping a little bit, not crazy, and it didn't really get that hot. You know, it got like normal. But yeah, that little subwoofer right there, look at the size of the woofer compared to this big thing. But yeah, that amp right there has a lot of power, man. Wait until I finish here. I have to still solder the back. I just finished it right now. I just want to do this video because when I tested it out earlier, because I did it without installing it in there. I broke this up, plugged it in, and did the whole setup. Is RCA coming in there. The plate, I'll show you. Let me see if I could pick it up. Let me see if I could move all this, put it back in here. Or maybe I can. In the back, it doesn't look all great because I messed up in one of the holes, but I don't really care. I'm gonna put some black, you know, like black tape in like this one right here. I messed up. I messed up there bad, but if I can't put it straight, but if I put it straight, you really can't tell. It just looks like that because I haven't cleaned it out. But look at the look how cool the little volume of the bass. You know, and that's the line out. I'm gonna paint the inside of those holes black, and I'm gonna put black silicone all over it so the air won't come out. But let me see if I can show you. You see the RCA, and right here I'm gonna put black masking tape or whatever, Gorilla tape that looks nice, and you won't even tell, you know, that hole is all like that. But here's the wattage and all that crap. This is from eBay. Look at all the inputs it has, pretty good. I'm just gonna put the input for the speaker in one of these. I'm gonna solder it in. So, but yeah, I'll do another video later, show you guys how it bumps. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. Better than this amp, like 50 times better than this amp. The bass is more solid. It's ridiculous when you buy an amp that costs what this costs, and you might have one of these subwoofers, you know, sitting around in your house, and you know, it takes a little bit of skills or whatever. I don't want to act like I know everything or whatever, but at the end of the day, when you hear how it sounds, wait until I hook it all up, finish it. I will do another video, or maybe I'll attach it to this one. But yeah, you'll be like, wow, that's crazy with that little amp that this speaker has. But it has to be the same model, because there's another one that has like inputs, outputs, a whole bunch of crap. Let me see, I could show you the model right now. Let me see. I think I got a picture already set up here. Let me see. Yep, I have it. Lucky you. Let me see if I can show you. This is the model. It's model SA/WMSP1. It has to be that model. It's the best, you know, amp that sounds with that subwoofer. The other one sounds a little bit high bass, but it's all right. You could probably pull it off. You won't have the metal plate to bend it and make it look like that all nice or whatever, you know. But this is it. It says it says 50 watts, and then over here it says 100 watts. But when it says 100, telling you, that's the AC. That's the power that it brings in or whatever. It's 50 watt, but the actual wattage on the amp is 100 watts. Sony says 100 you get. And I think it's a little bit more. I don't even know how to measure that, but